Question. What if your kid doesn't want to get in a car seat? You should consider why he doesn't want to get in the car seat. What's the disagreement about? What does he not like? It might be he doesn't want to go where you're going. Are you taking him to some activity he doesn't want to do? Would he rather stay home and use his iPad and watch YouTube? Do you let him use his iPad in the car in his car seat? Does it have cellular internet so he can still watch YouTube while you're driving? Like, maybe that's the issue. On the other hand, maybe he genuinely doesn't like the car seat. Have you tried other car seats? Does he complain about the car seat or mind it if you're going to Disneyland? You know, if you're going somewhere that you're really sure he really wants to go, is the car seat still a problem? If it's still a problem for going to Disneyland, then you probably need a different car seat or some padding or, some sort of solution to make the car seat better. But if he's happy to go to Disneyland in the car seat, then it could just be he doesn't want to go where you're taking him. He doesn't want to go in the car at all. Why does he need to leave the house? Why does he need to go somewhere? Is he going somewhere for him or for you? Have you asked him why he doesn't want to use the car seat? Have you talked to him about it? Did he just say, I don't like it, and you have no idea what's going on? You need to try to understand your kid. It's your job to try to help figure out what's going on. He might not really know why he doesn't like it, or he might not want to tell you. Maybe he's told you things in the past and you haven't taken them well. How many times has your kid expressed some sort of objection to you in the past, and you just sort of bowled him over and replied with, well, we need to do that because this, or, something that just didn't deal with his objection and just made him not want to bother objecting again because it didn't do anything to make his life better. Like, you have to be careful arguing with a 4-year-old. They're not very good at standing up for themselves, especially to their parents. They might stand up for themselves in certain circumstances. You may have seen them standing up for themselves, but overall, in general, they're not very good at it. You can't just expect them to do it in all kinds of arguments on any topic. Lots of their opinions just get kind of ignored because they aren't able to stand up for themselves. And the tactics they use when they really, really, really want to stand up for themselves, like a quote tantrum, are not things that they can use all the time. They can only use those for the most important things. If they tried to have quote tantrums about everything, it'd just be like 24/7 until their parents hate them and they wouldn't get anywhere. They have to be selective about escalating to not overdo it. If they caused a big scene more often, their parents would just get fed up with it rather than give them what they wanted more. Is the car seat ugly? Have you considered making a pretty car seat that the kid likes? Some kids like shiny things, glitter, pink things with Pokemon attached to them, things with stickers on them. Have you made an effort to make it the kid's own car seat that he likes and has customized? Now, I don't want you to take your kid all kinds of places he doesn't want to go and be like, well, we put stickers on it. You can't use that to ignore some of his other important objections, but it is a thing that matters. You can sort of see how much effort you've really put into it. Have you really been trying to make it good for him? Has effort gone into solving the problem, or do you just sort of want him to listen and obey? Do you want the car seat thing not to be a problem? And you're sort of annoyed with it. The more you're brainstorming ways to make it better and what the things the kid doesn't like might be, the better you're going to do at solving your problem. If you just think of your kid as picky or whiny or oversensitive and think he needs to toughen up or stop complaining, then you're not going to be doing a good job of solving the problem and figuring out what's going on. And if you just dismiss it as a small problem, you're not going to find out whether it's a large or small problem. Unless you actually know what all the things the kid's having a problem with are, you can't tell if they're big or small. You can't tell if he's being oversensitive until you actually understand his thought process. Taking kids places they don't want to go is just another huge problem. That's really common. And I think the reason car seats are such a well-known issue that kids complain about, that they're a podcast topic instead of just a random thing that 5 people in a million had trouble with, is because parents are so often driving their kids somewhere the kid would rather not go. Parents drag their kids along on errands. That's common. The kid doesn't want to go on your errands, but you don't want to get a babysitter or leave him home alone, so you drag him on the errands. Why can't you get delivery for more stuff? Why don't you use Amazon more? Why don't you get your groceries delivered? Like, there's options. What is it that your kid wants to be doing instead of going on your errands with you? And is there a way to bring it with him in the car that doesn't actually suck? For some stuff there isn't, but for some stuff, if you could put a TV in the car or a iPad with YouTube or whatever, the kid would be a lot more willing to go along with you, and that is possible. That's not like out of the question. Some activities you can't do in the car at all, but some you totally can. And parents are so set on their screen time limits or whatever that they just prevent the kid from having a car activity that he likes, so then he finds the car boring. Admittedly, he'd probably rather watch YouTube at home than in the car. And so that'll only seem very appealing to him if he normally doesn't get enough YouTube. But still, you could make your situation better at least if you're normally restricting his YouTube and then you let him watch it in the car. At least you could stop fighting over the car, and at least you'd get to watch some YouTube, and you'd have a justification in your mind that feels okay to you instead of feeling like your friends would disapprove.